Math minute number 32. Number 1 says use the numbers 4, 5, and 6. Fill in the empty boxes so the rows and the columns add up to 15. So on the side, these are the rows. And on top, these are the columns. So the rows have to equal 15, and then the columns have to equal 15. So let's start with this top row. 9 plus 2 is 11. So I got to ask myself, 11 plus what number would give me 15? Well, that would be 4. So the 4 is going to go there. Then let's check this column to see if that works. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So that's good. So now let's go to the second row. I have 1 and 8. Well, that's 9. So what number would I put here to get 15? Well, 9 plus 6 would be 15. So that's going to be a 6. So let's check this column. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15, so that's good. So let's do this row now. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus what number gives me 15? That would be 5. And let's check this column to make sure that works. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. So that's where the 4, the 6, and the 5 should go. Number 2 says, do the diagonals in problem 1 also add up to 15? So this is the first diagonal. 9 plus 6 plus 3. Well, 9 plus 6 is 15. Or, sorry, this would be 3 here. 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 3 would be 18. So that did not up to 15, so we'll say no for that one. Number 3, we have to use this calendar on the right. Actually, for problems 3 through 5. It says, what date is 2 weeks from the 5th? Well, 2 weeks is equal to 14 days. Because there's 7 days in a week, so 2 times 7 would be 14. So I take the day that I start from, which is the 5th, and then I'm going to add 14 more days. Well, 5 plus 14 gives me 19. So 2 weeks from the 5th would be the 19th. So March 19th. Would be 2 weeks from the 5th. Number 4 says, if an apartment rental costs $10 per day, how much will it cost to rent an apartment for the month of March? Well, this calendar shows 31 days in March. So if it's $10 a day, I do 31 times 10. 31 times 10 is $310. It would cost me $310 to rent this apartment. Number 5 says, how many weekend days are there in March? Well, remember, weekends are Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to just figure out how many Saturdays and Sundays there are in March. Well, let's just count them out. We got the 3rd and the 4th. Those are the first Saturday and Sunday. Then I have the 10th and the 11th. Then I have the 17th and the 18th. Then I have the 24th and the 25th, and then I have the 31st. Let's count those up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 weekend days in March. Number 6 says, Roger has successfully caught 10 passes in a row. What's the conclusion? What conclusion can we make about his next attempt, the 11th pass? Well, this is a concept called probability, which means the chances, the chances or likelihood something will happen. So every time I throw a pass, there is a 50% chance Roger catches it, and there is a 50% chance he drops it. So regardless of what he did the first 10 times I threw it to him, the 11th time there is a 50% chance he could catch it, and there's a 50% chance he could drop it. So we would say that at C, Roger may catch or drop the 11th pass. We can't say for sure he's going to catch it. We can't say for sure he's going to drop it. So it has to be C, that he could either catch or drop that 11th pass. Number 7 is a proportion. If 12 over 20 equals x over 100, then what's x? So remember, to solve proportions, we cross multiply, and then we divide by the other number. So we're going to do 12 times 100, and then we divide by the other number, which is 20. And when I do that in my calculator, I'm going to get 60. So x has to be 60 for those two fractions to be equal to each other. All right, for 8 through 10, cross out the item that does not belong in each list. All right, so gallons, liters, and cups. Those all measure liquid. And grams, that measures weight. So that's the one that doesn't belong there. So gallons, liters, cups measure liquid, grams measures weight. So grams doesn't belong in that list. Number 9, we have miles, feet, inches, and meters. Well, miles, feet, and inches, those are United States units of measurement. So those are units of measurement that we typically use here in the United States. And then meters is part of the metric system, which that's more used around the world, but we don't necessarily use that as much here in the United States. So meters would be the one that doesn't belong in that list. And then number 10, we have pounds, centimeters, grams, and ounces. So pounds, grams, and ounces, those all measure weight. And then centimeters, that measures length. So centimeters won't belong in that list because that's the only one that measures length. The other 3 measure weight. And that concludes Math Minute 32.